Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode. I'm Lena, and today we're going to talk about something that almost everyone wants but very few people truly understand, and that is confidence. Because a lot of people think confidence is something you're born with, but in reality, it's something you build over time through your actions, your mindset, and the way you treat yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Maya, and this topic is very personal for me because I used to be extremely insecure. I would overthink everything I said. I was always worried about what others think of me, and I avoided many opportunities just because I didn't believe in myself.
That's something a lot of people go through. And I think one of the biggest misunderstandings about confidence is that people think confident individuals are never scared. But that's not true at all. Confident people feel fear too. They just don't let that fear stop them from taking action.
Exactly, and I think confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being okay with not being perfect. It's about accepting yourself while still trying to improve, and that balance is very important.
Let's talk about where confidence actually comes from. Because many people think it comes from looks, money, or success. But those things are temporary. Real confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself and proving to yourself that you can handle difficult situations.
Yes, and I noticed that every time I stepped out of my comfort zone, even if it was something small, like speaking up or trying something new, my confidence increased a little bit, and over time, those small steps made a big difference.
That's why action is so important. Because confidence is built through action, not thinking. You can't think your way into confidence. You have to do things that challenge you, even if you feel uncomfortable.
And I think that's the hardest part, because our brain wants to stay safe, it wants to avoid risk. But growth only happens when you do things that feel uncomfortable at first.
Let's talk about comparison, because it's one of the biggest confidence killers. When you constantly compare yourself to others, you start feeling like you're not good enough, and that can really damage your self-esteem.
Yes, and social media makes it even worse, because you only see the best moments of other people's lives, not their struggles, so it creates a false image that everyone is doing better than you.
So maybe instead of comparing yourself to others, you should compare yourself to your past self. Focus on your own progress, your own journey, and celebrate even small improvements.
That's a great mindset, because when you focus on your progress, you start feeling proud of yourself, and that builds real confidence from within.
Another important thing is the way you talk to yourself. Your inner voice has a huge impact on your confidence. If you constantly criticize yourself, you'll feel weak, but if you support yourself, you'll feel stronger.
Exactly, and I had to learn to be kinder to myself. Instead of saying I can't do this, I started saying I'll try my best, and that small change made a big difference.
Let's also talk about failure, because many people lose confidence after failing, but failure is actually a part of growth. Every successful person has failed many times before achieving anything.
Yes, and instead of seeing failure as something negative, we should see it as feedback, something we can learn from and improve.
Before we end, let's give some real advice to anyone listening who feels insecure right now.
I would say, start small. Do one thing every day that challenges you, even if it's uncomfortable, because that's how confidence grows.
And my advice would be, stop waiting to feel confident. Take action first, and confidence will follow. Because confidence is the result of action, not the cause of it.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We hope this conversation helped you understand confidence in a deeper way.
And remember, you don't need to be perfect to be confident. You just need to believe that you can improve.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next episode. Bye.